Pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be our visitors. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, May. And incomplete to open things up. T. Higgins is the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week. That pressure on the QB is key. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To the air, May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Louisville.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in the team's win last week. And you just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 74 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Up the middle with Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Grigsby. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now back to throw. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When you look at this defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's May. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returning it is Moore. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 9 yards that time.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's a give to Bigsby. He'll take this to the 46. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, Doozy wide open. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown from a yard out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's May. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The home team's offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. A first down carry for Barkley. Nice move at the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 31 yards there and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. They go play action here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Let's go now.
2nd and 6. Touchdown! Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they're going option play on 3rd down. Oh, the juke. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down. Looking to throw. May. That's caught by Durham. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 6. Throwing here is May. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So these two teams, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to ball his way forward to the 48. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They bring their punter out there now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. To throw, it's May. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw with May. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. In motion left is Higgins. From the shotgun, May with it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
May now off the bootleg. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. To the right goes Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He'll find his man. That's Tanner again. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To the air, May. This one deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the carry, Bigsby. Across midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll get this into the hands of the Dunze. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's May. A dump off for Mason. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down. Now back to throw. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. Call it a gain of a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A run here with Bigsby. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Complete to Odunze.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and down he goes. Joshua Hines-Allen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that, has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Looking to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. May. Pressure comes and down he goes. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. And now an audible here into something else. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. They go play action with May. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you...
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Mason. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Fourth down. Here's May. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. As time has